Hello, everyone. This is Diana. My GitHub is DWLAM8790. And today I am talking about the LIRI Node App. It is a project that we did. And what we essentially were working with is Node.js. We're also working with APIs, JSON, as you could see, and packages. So LIRI is like iPhone Siri. However, while Siri is a speech interpretation and recognition interface, LIRI is a language interpretation and recognition interface. LIRI will be a command line node app that will take in parameters and give you back data. And there are a few commands that the user will be inputting. Once the user inputs it, that's when we're going to be using a API call to pull from the JSON data that are in the node modules to get the information from the source, which is Spotify and OMBD and other forms of information. But let's go back in here. So for example, I did do the Spotify and movie this. So Spotify this song, it will essentially have the user type that in. If they were to type it in, it will pull certain information with the song that they chose. So it will have the artist, the song name, a preview link of the song from Spotify, and the album the song is from. Movie this, along with the user's choice of the movie, will also print out title of the movie, year of the movie, IMDb rating of the movie, Rotten Tomatoes, country of where the movie is from, language, plot, and the actors. So this is everything that will have the output for where the users will enter. Now, there is the other command, to do what it says command. Now, that's something that I had written in the app, so that's going to be a little fun to look at it. But I do want to make note that we do have two different JavaScripts for this. So we do have the keys.js and lyri.js. Now, the biggest thing about the keys is that it does use the .env file, which is going to hide everything on GitHub for us because the keys can be very private and we don't want that to be completely public. Now, diving into the structure of the JavaScript, which is the fun part, of course, is right here. So we have packages. These are going to be downloaded with the npm install for the node, and these are going to be required. We have such things as FS, we have keys, Axios, and Spotify. So all good fun things. Now right here is going to be how the user inputs information, and what happens with this is that it's going to take the for if else loop, and it's going to take whatever the user's inputting and return the command line arguments, so that way it will pull the information from the proper places. Next part is that we're using a switch. So the switch expression is evaluated once the value of the expression is compared with the values of each case. For example, switch whatever the user chooses. The case is that they Spotify the song, they'll pull the Spotify this, and then they'll break. So they'll stop doing the command. Same exact thing with movie this and do what it says. And then of course we have a logging function. So we're going to be logging any information the user is inputting, so we can always backtrack and look at all that stuff. Now we created the functions in which we are using the switch loop. So this is really fun. If the user were to input something empty, it will show up something. So that's really fun because then you will be able to give them suggestions and tell them exactly what information that you wanted them to see. Then we have what we're logging in for the command to be shown. And then we have the movies in the same thing right over here for how the movies work. Now to do this function, I'm going to sort of hide because again, I do want to show you how that ends up playing out. So let's just dive right in and have some fun with this. So I'm going to be going into the folder itself. And as you can see, I already went into desktop and I'm CDing into our application. And from here, I do want to start by Spotifying this. So let's do that right now. Not Spotify. Spotify this song. And let's do Breathe. Hopefully that's the song. So here we go. Yes, Low Skies, Breathe, preview link, and the album Shelby. All right, perfect. So now, again, what if the user does not enter anything and they just want to write the command of Spotify this song? Let's pull that up really quickly. All right, so we have Carnage, Wait for Me, G-Eazy, and Wiz Khalifa, preview link, and the album Wait for Me. Pretty cool. So now let's go into the movie. This. Oh, wait, we're not coding that right. There we go. All right, so movie this. Let's see. Think of a funny one. Why not? Hitch 2005, IMDb rating, IMDb, I can never say that. Rating, Rotten Tomatoes, country, language, plot, and the cast. Beautifully done. All right, so let's find out what happens if they do not input information you just want to see. So we have, if you haven't watched Mr. Nobody, then you should, and there's a link. Oh, it's on Netflix as well. So it does whatever you want to place in there, we can definitely place in and see how the user will react. So that way you know exactly if they were to input something and they weren't really understanding how it's working, we could also place friendly reminders like maybe you should put in Mr. Nobody. All right, so the last one is going to be the node LIRI.js and then do what it says. There we go. So now it's loading Backstreet Boys. I want it that way with the link in the album. So that part was actually in my random text file. It's something that I had written prior. So that way, in case you wanted to try that command, it pulls exactly from what I wanted you to see. Now we did download the packages so the information will be pulled from the right keys. And another thing that I did mention is that it will be logging exactly what the user is typing. So let's do this again one more time. .js. Let's do movie this again without typing anything in. All right. And it reloaded. So now again, we're going to see exactly what the user has typed in and what they were looking for. So that's pretty cool right there. But this is my LIRI Node app. Again, I'm just going to scroll down. I will not show the env file, but the get ignores, again, just to ignore everything on GitHub. So here we go. Keys, LIRI. The log text, our packages that are from the APIs and more. And then we have that, and then our README. So again, my name is Diana, and this is the LIRI Node app. Thanks for watching.